Right, let's try again. Sorry about that. Slight technical issue at this end. Okay. Hello, good morning. How are you? Take a slurp of my coffee. And let's get going. Because what I want to demonstrate today is a very quick and easy technique that is based on the principles of qigong. Now, you all know qigong as the Tai Chi qigong that I demonstrate, where you stand up and you wave your arms around and you know, everything is moving with the breath and all that and the other. You have seen me do qigong. But qigong literally means energy work. And one reason why the qigong moves help is because when you are standing in good posture, when you are moving your body in a way that doesn't cause you pain or discomfort, you are actually stimulating certain acupressure points, because the energy flows through these energy meridians, and acupressure points are on the energy meridians. And there are a couple of very important acupressure points. There is one acupressure, there are acupressure points in the middle of each foot, which when you stand in good posture, you activate and stimulate that acupressure point and help the energy flow. And there are also important acupressure points in the centre of each palm. This is what's called the Laogun point. And this is stimulated by the movement of the hands and how you hold your hands. But generally, all the acupressure points get a certain amount of stimulation from how you move your body. Now, there are thousands of acupressure points on your body. I'm not even going to try, because I don't actually know them all. But there are some very important acupressure meridians, energy meridians, that run down your arm and run up to the end of your fingers. And in particular, I've already mentioned the acupressure point in the centre of your palm. There are also acupressure points in between each finger, on each joint, and just by the nail beds. Stimulation of any acupressure point helps the energy flow and helps the whole of the system. And so what I want to show you today is a simple hand massage technique that you can use to stimulate all the meridians that lie in the lower half of your arm and in the hand. So, start off with, just gently rub your hands together. Hello Tony, hello Kerry. Just gently rub your hands together. Okay, now, gently, using your thumb, massage the middle of one palm with the thumb of the other hand, obviously. And then, slowly, massage all the pads at the base of the thumb and the base of the hand. And then gently massage your thumb from the pad, from the wrist, going up to the end of the fingertip. And then do the same with the other fingers, massaging the inside and outside of the finger, using the pressure that feels right to you. And then massage between each finger and up the side of each digit. Now you can do this with dry hands, or you can use a hand cream. It's a great excuse to use a hand cream. And then move to the other hand. Do the same thing. Massage in the centre. Massage, gently massage the pad at the base of each digit. And then gently massage up the inside and outside of the thumb and the fingers. Doing each finger individually, and then massage between and go up the sides of each finger. And then clasp your hands together. And if you want to, get your hands like that so you're getting some pressure just in between. And then, starting at the inside of the elbow, just stroke down the inside of your arm to the fingertip and up the outside. If you've ever done the qigong acupressure with me, you'll recognise this as being something that we do. And then do the same on the other side. Down the inside and up the outside. Why? Because that's how the energy meridians flow. The energy flows down the inside of your arm and up the outside. And then just gently rub your hands together. Okay, Kerry. Nice to have you around. So, when you know and understand the basic principles behind this, that there are energy meridians and acupressure points at key places on your hand, there, in between each finger, on every joint and at the corner of the nail beds. It's very easy to turn this into a very, very quick, simple thing that you can do anytime you wash your hands or just want to treat yourself to some hand cream. And you can actually, if you're using hand cream, you can turn it into a little bit of mindfulness exercise and, really focus on the feel of the cream on your hands. Good morning, Tracy. Focus on the feel of the hand cream on your hands. But the key thing I want to get across to you is that there are some very important meridians, energy meridians, that end in your hands. Now, obviously, there are other important energy meridians that don't end in your hands, and I'm not suggesting that this is, a complete qigong session of any sort, but it's something that can be done seated, which I know is important for a lot of people. And it's an opportunity to give yourself a little bit of me time and do something that can be quite pleasurable, because most people enjoy a massage. And if you can't afford to go to a massage therapist, just giving yourself a bit of a hand massage is something that's, you know, a good thing to do and can be very enjoyable. And it's really helpful from a qigong perspective, because you are stimulating those acupressure points to help the energy flow. So the key things to remember are in the middle of your hand, in between each finger, every joint, and the side of each nail. And as long as what you do with your hands brings pressure, whatever sort of pressure you feel you need, onto those areas, you will be, quote, doing qigong, because you will be doing something to help your energy flow. You can also, as I say, turn this into a very mindful activity, and just for the 5 minutes or so it takes to do this, you're just focusing on what's going on with your hands, how they feel, the kind of pressure that you feel you need. It doesn't need to be complicated as long as you remember the key things. If you don't do anything else, just take time every day just to rub your hands together, to get that pressure in between your fingers, and just, you know, gently pull each finger, just cup your hand round and just do that. And that is still doing the same thing that I've demonstrated to you, but there are advantages to taking time to do it slowly and mindfully to make it a really pleasurable experience. Now, anyone who knows me knows I am a huge fan of both qigong and mindfulness. And like an awful lot of what I teach, this combines both, because your energy is enabled to flow or blocked not only by physically how you use your body, and if you hold your hands clenched like that, you are stopping the energy from flowing, but also by what's going on up here, because your energy is helped to flow by your thoughts. And if you're in a stressful situation and your thoughts are forever focusing on that, and you take time out to do this technique, you're focusing on your hands. You're focusing on just giving yourself some me time, just giving your hands this gentle massage. That is mindfulness. Because you're being mindful of what you're doing with your hands. And that is a simple technique that anybody can do, as long as you do it mindfully, being aware of how much pressure seems to be right for you. Maybe some days you need a really light pressure, maybe other days you really need some, fairly heavy pressure. But if you're mindful of how your hands feel and what they seem to need in the way of a massage, this is something that can be really effective. As I say, just remember the key principles. You've got a key qigong point there, key acupressure point there, between each finger, on each joint, and the side of the nail beds. So as long as whatever you do you get to every single bit of your fingers and every single bit of your palms and between your fingers, you will be stimulating the acupressure points that will help the energy flow, and that has got to be useful. And even if you're sitting there thinking, oh, what's she doing going on about these energy meridian rubbish? Well, we can agree to differ about that. But if nothing else, you're sitting, you're using hand cream, you're paying attention to yourself, you're doing something that makes you feel good about yourself. And that is mindfulness. So this technique, this hand massage technique, works both from the qigong and from the mindfulness viewpoint. It can be done seated. It can be done fairly quickly. What's not to like? Because that's what these streams are about. They're about giving people techniques that they can use for themselves. Because the bottom line is, I cannot help you. I can only help you to help yourself. But you've got to decide that you're going to do something. And you've got to decide what you're going to do. You've got to decide what works for you. And this is something that is accessible to almost anybody. Now, these videos, as you know, are in this thing called I've got this thing called Accessible Wellbeing for All, where I'm trying to focus on bringing well-being, making well-being techniques accessible to people who can't stand, can't spend lots of time, who have some kind of physical disability. That means that, just joining in a normal qigong session isn't possible. And there can be a number of different physical disabilities. I mean, I've got arthritis, as you know, which, touch wood, isn't restricting me too much. But some people find that arthritis almost cripples them. Then I know I've got people with more severe arthritis watching me. And I know there are people who are in wheelchairs. Hello to my CPM crew. But there could also be people who have sense impairment, either sight or hearing. Now, if you've got a sight impairment and you can hear what I'm saying, I hope the descriptions I'm giving mean that you can get some benefit from what I'm doing. I have worked with blind people in a qigong session. Really and truly, if you've got a sight impairment, then it's probably easiest if you have somebody kind of take you through it, literally holding your hands and helping you through it. Hearing impairment, I always presume that if people can watch and they can lip read, that these sorts of things are accessible to them. But if you have a hearing or sight impairment and you would like me to do something that focuses on helping people with that kind of impairment, then do please let me know. Okay. Take another slurp of my coffee. I'm hoping to be back streaming again next Tuesday. In the meantime, just a reminder that if there's anything I do in these streams, Good Morning Dawn, that really helps you and that you think you'd like to know a bit more about, then do please feel free to DM me. I'm very, very happy to arrange one-to-one sessions for a very, very small donation. So I don't want lack of finances to mean that anybody feels they can't access some of the techniques in a more interactive one-to-one way, because there isn't that much ability to interact on here. I know people can come in to chat, but not everyone will want to ask questions in an open video. If you would like me to do a little bit more with, you know, the more psychic side of what I do with the oracle cards, or, you know, my pendulum or the qigong, you know, again, that's something I'm quite happy to stream, but I do that on Instagram. So if you're on Facebook, you can, my Instagram posts will appear on the Crystal Wolf Qigong and Mindfulness page. So follow that and you will get the benefit of those. Again, the same thing is true. If I ever pull a card that you think, oh, or do a reading and think, oh, I need to know more about that, DM me. Very happy to expand on it. Half-hour video session. Very, very affordable minimum donation. If there's anything particularly you would like me to cover in these videos, again, feel free to DM me and let me know, because these are your streams. You know, I can sit here and talk about lots of things, but if it's not what you want to hear about, then there's no point. If you would like to interact with me more directly, I do have a Discord. If you'd like the link to join my Discord, then again, DM me and I can send you a link. This video will also go on my YouTube channel and on my Patreon page. Trying to get them out there as much as I can to get as many people as possible. If you know somebody you think might benefit from these videos, please, please, please feel free to share them, whatever platform you're seeing them on. And in the meantime, just take care of yourself, because you deserve to be taken care of. How do I know this? Because everybody does. A lot of what I do is helping people realize that, you know what, you matter. Because so often the sort of people I'm dealing with are the sort of people who aren't part of mainstream society, and mainstream society is very good at making them feel they don't. And that's why Namaste is my watchword, because Namaste is shorthand for the divine in me honours the divine in you, whoever and wherever you are, whatever your age, your sexuality, your politics, your religion, your beliefs, your nationality. I do not care. If you are watching and understand this video and you found something of use in it, then the divine in me honours the divine in you, and I want you to know that you are worth taking care of. Until my next stream, Namaste.